Hey everybody, I think I'm live and there are 5 people there and I just got here. I think it's actually a couple of minutes early. I don't know, but I am in Coronado, California. And good morning. Good morning, Hot Tea Spill. I am in Coronado for, let's see, one night. And I just wanted to touch base real quick because we didn't have a live stream last week. And that jet engine you hear is coming from the Naval Air Station Command, which is based in Coronado, California. Good morning, Daryl. Good morning, Natalia. Good morning, Jack. Okay, me too. But the purpose for my trip down to San Diego area, maybe you know, maybe you don't know, Coronado is an island that's just off of San Diego, and it's connected by a big, long bridge, which I, yes, got out my camera yesterday, and I don't know, it was dangerous. Don't do what I do, please. So you may see that clip at some point, but I have a cousin who lives down here, has for a long time, and his wife, and they have a lovely home. It's very, I think it's like the New Orleans French architecture, this house. I absolutely love it. And because my cousin Steve was he is former Navy career. He was a commander of a squadron of ships and the captain of the USS Fletcher in the 1980s. Good morning, Lori. I'm talking about my cousin, whose home this is, and I am in Coronado, California. And the reason for my trip down to the San Diego area is my son Walker, who you'll see in a minute, he's going to say hi. He had a wedding. Remember, Walker worked on a ranch in Northern California for 3 years, doing the regenerative grasslands management. And he connected with a young, also Stanford grad that worked on the ranch for a while. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Travis. I am in Coronado, California. I'm just explaining, this. And Walker had this young man that he met at the ranch had a wedding yesterday in La Jolla. And so we knew about this a few months ago. And so I said, well, if you're going to San Diego, let's please meet down there and we can see my cousin Steve. Steve and Lucy came up to see Walker play tennis for Stanford in La Jolla back, well, that would have been 5-6 years ago. And they also came to his high school graduation. So he hasn't seen them in a long time. Thank you, Lori. And so we met. This is another one of our kind of 12-hour turnovers. Walker showed up yesterday at about 10:30 in the morning. And then he visited with us for a few hours, and then he went off to the wedding. He met some great people from North Carolina and at the wedding, and made some new friends, and it's just awesome. So we've had a lovely few hours here, and I've had a great visit with my cousin and his wife Lucy, who I have a huge fondness for. My cousin was inspired to go into the Navy because my father was Navy. Good morning, Rebecca. Rebecca, did you settle on the name for your channel? Food Forest Next Door was the last I heard. Anyway, my cousin was inspired to go into the Navy because my father was Navy. And my father left the Navy, went into the reserves, and then for 6 years, and then became a businessman. Well, he became a businessman. So, but Steve did very well in the Navy, and he stayed in. And Lucy was an amazing military wife. Everywhere they went, she bought amazing, beautiful things. They lived in Hong Kong. They lived in, oh gosh, I can't. Well, his first deployment was Vietnam. They got married, and he went to Vietnam. So, good morning, Beth. I wanted to, and because I knew I was coming down here to meet up with Walker and see my cousin, I put out on one of my live streams that I was coming down, and if anyone wanted to meet me in Fallbrook, which is north of San Diego, we were gonna meet up, and we did. So that was, let's see, that was day before yesterday. Friday, I drove down to Fallbrook and met and stayed with Sausan Fami, who came up, and I put her in a video a few months ago. She came up and helped me dry lemon verbena and spent the day with me. Good morning, Daisy Joe. Hey. So I'll read that again, Daisy Joe. But anyway, we, Sausan organized a tour for me to film for a video, and I did, and we went to, I want you to look this up, Finch Frolic Garden. I'm not sure if it's .org or .com, but if you go Finch Frolic Garden in Fallbrook, California, or San Diego, you'll find it. And this is not the best time, this is not the best season to be going to do a garden tour, but I was here. And we went there. She gave us, she and her daughter, Diane, and I want to say Miranda Kennedy, I think I've got that right, gave us a tour around this amazing property, amazing permaculture. Good morning, Terry. It's Post Office Box 1602, Pacific Palisades, California, 90272. So we did that, and then we had a great evening. Sausan showed me her new property. She's just been there for a few months, starting to develop it. And guess what? She has the biggest problem with gophers, and gophers are something that I have never had to deal with living in LA. And I'm so glad, because I can't even imagine what you do. We went out for a little walk. She was showing me her neighbor's little patch that was left over. He had corn and some other, he had a really nice little vegetable patch in the front yard. And she said he didn't have any problem with these rodent and pests, because he put these fakes around. And so we were walking by at dusk. I had forgotten she said that. We were walking by at dusk, and I looked at the corn, and I looked down and went, there's like this big old fat gray curled up snake at the base of this corn. And I almost, oh, but then I remembered fake snakes. Good morning, Amal. Aphids, Amal in Saudi said her biggest problem is aphids. Aphids are a huge problem, and they get on so many plants, from perennials to annuals, and really all you can do is wash them off. Once you wash them off, they go down to the ground, they don't go back up to the plant. So it's labor intensive, but you can, I mean, unless you had a huge garden or a huge farm or something, you had a huge infestation, that's a different story. But if you have a small garden and their aphids are on just a few little things, then it is manageable. Good morning, Anna. All right, so you have that video to look forward to, and let's see, I can't tell what time it is. Well, I guess it's 8:09. Okay, so I have to leave. We have to leave. I have to sign off at 8:30. So I hope people tune in. I know I didn't give you any notice, but I didn't. Good morning, Denise from Putnam County, Tennessee. I didn't give anybody any notice, and last week I missed my live stream. I had a major headache, and I said, there's no way. Something's got to go. And so that's what I had to do. But I wanted to connect with everybody. It is a beautiful day in Coronado. I got to see the most amazing sunset last night. We took a ferry cruise across to San Diego and back, and we were the only people on the way back on the ferry. And you can see the sunset was, the pink was behind the bridge that comes over to Coronado. I mean, this is really an unusual place. And we went over to the base. because as you know, when you're retired military and you live near a base, you can use the privileges of a base. And I got to see a huge, huge warship. But my cousin would not let me take a picture. You're not supposed to photograph them. And I'm going, okay, I get it. National security. So Marietta Moore, hi. Marietta is asking about where you are, but I know from talking to my friend who's in Tennessee where it does freeze. She has a big strawberry raised bed of strawberries, and they just pile on about 6 or 8 inches of straw, and keep that warmth in the soil, and they're there the next year. So beyond that, I'm not sure, because I don't know where you are, Marietta. So I hope that's helpful. Does anybody else have any questions for me while I am on? I wanted to tell you that I'm catching up on all my videos. How are plans on your tour? How are plans on your tour? I'm not sure what that means. At home, I'm going home straight from here. There's an open house today at my house. My house is ready. You haven't seen the last video of the very last crunch. And that video I'm going to be editing, hopefully starting tonight, definitely tomorrow. And that was the big crunch. Benita V came back for a 3rd full day, and completely, when she left that night, everything was done. Oh, Donna Daly wants to know how to care for a cherry tree in a pot over winter. If anybody has a thought on that, please leave her a comment. I don't know. I've never had a cherry tree. So it is a stone fruit, so I don't know. So I have that video coming, and then, of course, I did a tour of how everything looked in the garden after we finished. And so I have those 2 videos to edit and get online this week. And then I have the permaculture, the Finch Frolic Garden video. And I hope you'll check that out if you're anywhere near San Diego in the spring. They stop in November giving tours, but they have 2-hour tours where they teach you all about how to develop a permaculture oasis. And you'll get a little taste of that in my video. Hey, Kevin from Florida, Daryl. Okay, Travis. Travis, it looks about the same. He's asking about my apple tree that we dug up and put in a pot. I'm just hoping it holds on until the house sells. The Permaculture Garden, I'll just give you a little taste. They have, first of all, she told me how much property it was, but I think it's at least 1.5 acres. And and the whole all of the walkways. First of all, the property was this forest of these big palm trees, and just recycled and all of that stuff. And hot tea spill, if you leave a whole paragraph, I won't be able to read it before it goes away. You said something about me wanting to go to India, and I do. That will require a sponsor. So a big journey like that would require a sponsor. At any rate, about the permaculture garden. Thank you, Beth. Beth was there with me. So Beth is just, maybe Beth, you could actually post a link. Beth was wonderful. She brought me a gardening book. Just, you could read a little bit every night. Boy, I should have done that last night, Beth. I didn't sleep at all. Oh, I wish you could see this. There is a emerald green shiny hummingbird on this bush, and I don't even know what this plant is, but how beautiful. Now, if you hear that jet engine, that's coming from the Naval Air Station. And okay, 15:32. I think Walker should be coming out any second. If you have any other questions, please let me know. Hi from India. Hi from India. I was just talking about all of my Indian followers last night to my cousin and his wife, and I'm so grateful that all of you guys watch from India, and I hope you share my channel with your friends, because there's a lot of people in India and a lot of people have cell phones, so I'd like to get a bigger following in India. Alberta. Travis, yes we do. Snowing up north of the 49th. I don't know where you are up there, but that sounds cold. Yes, I have hummingbirds year-round in, it's a temperate climate where I am, up in Pacific Palisades. Janice, hello. That's right. And Janice is in UAE, right? Diana, yeah, and Diana, where are you writing from? I forget. I really appreciate all of my subscribers everywhere. Lorice Smith, morning from Phoenix. Janice, yes, UAE. Janice is the one that sent me, well, she sent me coconut oil, which I just now finished. I didn't start it for a while. Ooh, oh, Calgary, Alberta, okay. Oh, San Diego, that's where I am. Well, I'm in Coronado today. Remington, good morning. Oh, I am feeling better, Anna, thank you. My ankle is much better. It's not completely solid yet. I'm still wrapping it, guys. Oh, that's a big subject, and we won't have time to get into that today, Anna. I think that was Anna, or that hot tea spill, one of them, I forget. I am having Lipton tea. I can't remember the last time I drank a cup of Lipton tea. There he is. Erica, good morning from Sacramento. Coronado is beautiful. Well, I'm not taking it easy. I'm not at all. Here's my son Walker. Let's see if you can, if you sit here, kind of.
I don't know if I want to sit on this thing.
Oh, that's right, right.
I might break that thing.
Right. Let me move over. Oh, there we go. Can you sit? Oh, can you?
That's kind of awkward. I'll be turning my neck, so I'll just kind of squat a little bit.
Okay. Well, this is Walker, my son. You've seen him many times on my channel. He's I decided yesterday to call him a grassland. We're calling you Grasslands.
She doesn't remember. It's not really there's not really a 1 or 2 word title, but I like to say that I work on the large scale regeneration of grasslands across the United States.
Yeah, I love that. Well, I did call you a Grasslands what did I call you? I don't know.
Tell me.
It was 3 big words. And specialist was the 3rd word. First word was grasslands, 3rd word was specialist. I forget what the 2nd word was. Anyway, Walker, I've got to get him. Hi, Walker. I can't. It's too small, but they said hi, yeah. Walker. I got to get Walker to the airport. He is flying back to his new home in Austin, Texas, where I will be spending Christmas, obviously. And then I'm going straight home and getting ready for a Grasslands, Canada in southern Saskatchewan. Yeah. What is your name from that? I'm gonna have a real hard time with your Google name up in the 49th. I'm just gonna think of 49th. You'll have to tell me your name, first name, so I can remember. Let's see if we can move this. There we go. How's that? That's better. He's squatting. Does anyone have a question for Walker? He's gonna literally be here for 5 minutes and go. Hey, Tawana. Sorry, I have to get so close, but it's like microscopic. up north of the 49th parallel. Yeah, that's what I figured it was, but do you have a name? Let's see. North of Montana border, LOL. Well, you'll have to watch that Montana video I did. I've only been to Montana one time.
I
What does
see.
it say?
Well, someone asked a question. What's his favorite grassland species? I mean, grasslands are very diverse. There's perennials,
Come down.
annuals. So I mean, if you're going by like one grass species, it's kind of tough to pick exactly. But I think that one of my favorites, being in the prairie in Oklahoma, has been like either some of the native species with like big blue stem or like eastern gamma grass. Like they have some cool seed heads, and big blue stem has at the tip there looks kind of purple. It's a great forage for cattle, but it's also a really great native species and purposes for cattle feed.
Travis is asking if you work for private or government or state.
No, I don't work for the government at all. There are obviously some projects that the government looks at, but I work for a grass-fed beef company called Thousand Hills that sources animals from producers in 16 different states, and then we sell them in natural food stores and co-ops. But my job is to work with the producers and make sure that they're doing what we say they're doing, and that is regenerating grasslands.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, go get your stuff in the car.
I'll get it.
Say bye. Say bye.
See you later, guys.
You'll see him again. There's no doubt about that. Good morning. How's the water? Have you already been out?
What's that?
Have you already been out?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow. What do you call that thing?
It's a skull, rowing skull.
Oh, you were rowing.
Yeah.
Ah, fantastic. There's a man next door who's been out rowing this morning already. And did you wear a wetsuit?
What's that?
Did you wear a wetsuit? Is it warm enough? Okay.
Once you're rowing.
That's true. Lydia is your name. Wonderful. Okay, guys, I've got about 5 more minutes. If anybody has any questions or anything they'd like to discuss, lay it on me, and we'll try to do make a brief answer. And otherwise, I look forward to. I look forward to getting home. I've only see how Lyndon's doing, and hopefully today. Wish me luck today on our 3rd open house. Rebecca, thank you. No, Daryl, no, that has not happened. There have been a lot of delays. I do have an apartment, everyone. I don't know if I actually confirmed that. I think I did. But I do have an apartment. I haven't moved. Lydia, I am, as I've said in many of, and I think you're new to my channel because I don't remember your name, so please go back and watch this whole series of videos about this big life transition for me. But I'm selling my house. I can't buy anything until my house is sold, and I can't buy anything in Southern Cal because it's too expensive. So I am looking at other options. But in the meantime, I have to have a landing place, and rents are exorbitant. But I did find an apartment, and it does not have a garden. I'll be able to have just a couple of pots there. So I am still looking for the place that I will be gardening. And there's so many people have said, come and profile or do a video on this garden and that garden. I will have plenty to cover for my channel. I just don't know exactly where I'll be planting yet. But I am going to try to get a light setup in my kitchen. I have a small kitchen, but it's pretty bright. And a number of companies have written me and said they want to send me their product to try. And so I just have to pick the one that I think will work in my little kitchen. The whole apartment is carpeted, and I don't want to start trying to manage plants with water and everything with carpeting. So, but the kitchen is, you know, whatever the kitchen tile or whatever. So it's not tile, but whatever you call that, linoleum tile. And so that's where I will be trying to start some seeds, uh, because I just can't quite picture missing another year of starting seeds. I love seeds, and I just find it incredibly exciting. Now, even if I only, that's good too, you know, or sprouts. You know, I have a sprout maker, and I can sprout all sorts of alfalfa, uh, mung beans, you know, all kinds of. I have all kinds of seeds for that, so I can always be growing something in my apartment. So that's not a problem. Uh, so I think that there's going to be plenty to cover over time, and of course I will be also looking at possibilities for my own place, and which I'm leaning towards Tennessee because all of my family is within a 4 to 5 hour drive from each other. I couldn't catch that whole thing. So, oh, Donna, I have enough seeds to make a Christmas tree out of. No, I would say I probably have about a quart jar of seeds left from 2016. I'm gonna have to go back and see that. If it's more than if it's more than 2 sentences, I can't read it before it's gone yet. That's right, Rebecca. Yeah, Kevin, I went to school there, and it's changed a lot since then, gotta say. Rebecca is in Louisville, and I absolutely loved Louisville. Of course, the best thing about Louisville is the Kentucky Science Center, where she works, and inspires and educates children from all over, probably all over the state, about science. And it's so important that we capture the imagination of young people about science when they're young. I mean, I don't know if anybody remembers Carl Sagan, but I'm sure some of you do. But I remember him saying that children are born with a natural, hey Erica, I couldn't see your comment. Children are born with a natural curiosity about science, and by 6th grade, we've killed it. And I'm going, oh, that's such a shame, because just think of all the aspects of science, you know, from plants and insects to astronomy to the Amazon to just composting, gardening. I mean, it's all science. It's so fantastic. I can't even, just thinking about learning about science and going to that Kentucky Science Center. Go back and watch that video if you missed it, because just look at my videos in my channel and search videos and you'll see it. But they are really doing something special at the Kentucky Science Center. And, you know, and if you like Kentucky spirits, shall we say, Louisville has its own distillery right in town. So you really can't miss in Louisville, Kentucky. So everybody, I'm going to sign off. I've got to get Walker to the airport and say goodbye to my cousin and his wife. Thank you so much for joining me from Coronado. I hope you'll hit the like button and support this channel in however way you can. Kevin, I can't read all of that. It's already gone. I'll have to go back and read it later. Thank you everyone for joining me. I love you all. God bless you, and have a wonderful week. And wish me luck. Here, Diana, Beth. Thank you so much, Beth. Beth is a wonderful gal, and it was so great to get to meet. And I look forward to meeting a lot more of you in the coming year. Take care, everybody. Thank you, Lisa. Oh, where are you? Okay. I'll call you, Lisa. Thank you. All right, take care, everybody. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. All right, take care.